Well, everybody, this is awkward. So we had our next big issue with the patch, something I had not seen. And I've played 2K20, I've played 2K22. The game crashed. As soon as I hit next, the game just immediately crashed. So that is something I had not experienced with this patch, and I'm going to be curious to see how much of our card actually saved. Because we had one match left, and it did not even take into account that the Bray Wyatt match happened. So let's see if we can simulate that match. Give the win to Bray Wyatt, and that's what happened. And there you go. I guess basically the same results. But yeah, that's annoying. So the game just crashed on us. We missed out on people that were in the chat. So hopefully you can come back to us. But yeah, we got our we got a crash, ladies and gentlemen. A post match, a post patch crash. I sent a report in. I don't know what happens, but the game crashed on us. So it is now the main event. Thank you, the patch, the wonderful patch. So our main event here, the Fatal 4-Way, before we head over to Patreon and ECW One Night Stand, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Jacob Fatu. I will take control of Mr. McIntyre in this matchup, which does not always guarantee a victory. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Seth Rollins, Jacob Fatu, DDP, Goldberg, and Santos Escobar. Meaning Jacob Fatu a chance to continue his momentum going into the Money in the Bank ladder match. An opportunity for Drew McIntyre or Sami Zayn to get the win and get into the Money in the Bank ladder match. There are still 3 open slots on the men's side. And if CM Punk wins, you would think that he would be a shoo-in for Money in the Bank ladder match, but Kevin Owens does not appear to be wanting CM Punk or Mustafa Ali anywhere near the WWE Championship picture, so I can't imagine that will be happening. So, unfortunate for those two, but that is the era we're in, with Kevin Owens being the owner of WWE. Of course, Sami Zayn was running things on SmackDown for a while, and Kevin Owens kind of took it back over after the NWO showed up. So I'll have to label this a part 1, a part 2. Well, nothing's perfect, I guess. I don't know. I wish, because I stream right from the PS5 these days, just easier. But when the game crashes, it just immediately stops your broadcast. So that's kind of why I had to make it a part 2 here.
And representing the NWO from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
So the NWO CM Punk. What a run he has had in our universe mode. He was a 4 horseman in our WWE 12 universe mode. Check that out over at, we don't have those episodes up yet, but they're coming, the WWE 12 Universe Replays. Those will be going up on Patreon. We just dropped the Chip Kelly Navy Midshipman series over on Patreon, so go check that out. So Punk was that. He was part of NXT for a while with John Cena, their invasion of WCW. And then went into a tag team run with Yokozuna, which was quite successful. And then he was responsible for bringing Bray Wyatt back to WWE after he was ousted by Ted DiBiase in the Millionaires Club. Feud with The Fiend, and then he left WWE for a time, brought back with the Heyman Empire, which was Roman Reigns, the Usos, Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar ousted from WWE. We don't know where he is. Roman Reigns has started the bloodline with this man, Jacob Fatu, The Rock, and I guess an honorary Us, a non-official bloodline member, but Tommaso Ciampa, part of the bloodline with The Rock, Jacob Fatu, and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns defending the ECW Championship against an ECW legend coming up at ECW One Night Stand. And that is taking place in just a couple of minutes here. As we mentioned, this shortened episode of SmackDown, only 3 matches on the card, because we will head to somewhere in the Northeast or Florida. I picked all the in universe mode. You don't get an intro anymore, so it doesn't show you the city. It's crazy. You have an option in the match settings in universe mode to select a city, but then they don't show you the city because you don't get the show intro. You don't get the pyro. You don't get any of that stuff. So it kind of makes it pointless to have the cities. But either way. Oh, Sami Zayn just dropped from behind from CM Punk. Somewhere, I picked all the cities to be the Northeast or Florida, which was ECW territory. So we'll see where the show takes place, but we will head off to the ballroom in one of those cities for ECW One Night Stand. Drew McIntyre to the top. He's got his eyes set on Fatu. Just kind of a chaotic jump from the top onto Fatu. Meanwhile, CM Punk, the former WWE champion, losing his title to Gunther at NWO Sold Out. Gunther, one of the quickest ascensions in WWE history to a WWE championship, making his main roster debut the night after WrestleMania after an impressive Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that was won by the High Chief Peter Maivia, and Gunther in a month and a half as part of Universe Mode, winning the WWE Triple Crown Championship, which is the World Heavyweight, the Undisputed, and the Universal Championship, all combined into one. McIntyre sending Punk into the barricade. Meanwhile, we're getting a little ECW preview as Jacob Fatu, using the kendo stick onto Sami Zayn, and Fatu comes flying across the arena, hits the big boot onto Fatu, or I should say onto Drew McIntyre. This is what it's going to be. This is a good preview for ECW One Night Stand. An open fight night card. We don't know who's going to show up. All we know, Roman Reigns will defend the ECW Championship against an ECW legend on the card. What are your predictions in the chat? We know we had Eli joining us in the chat room. What are your predictions? What legend do you think is going to show up at One Night Stand to challenge for the ECW Championship? Of course, Punk, former ECW champion in this universe mode. Shinsuke Nakamura as well, former ECW champion. Sami Zayn and McIntyre, Fatu, and Punk. And I mean, you have to imagine this is strategic as well by Kevin Owens. You put 3 guys that don't necessarily like CM Punk, of course, McIntyre, Punk, and Braun Breaker, as well as Kofi Kingston, at a rivalry over the ECW Championship the last couple of weeks. You got Jacob Fatu, who just likes to crush anything in his path. And then Sami Zayn, who is working for Kevin Owens. All trying to get their hands on CM Punk. Look at this. The submission. It's going to be impossible to break. And CM Punk is going to defeat Drew McIntyre. So nobody will qualify for Money in the Bank. I think CM Punk can campaign all he wants, but we know that at Money in the Bank, it will be CM Punk one-on-one with Jack Perry. This is what the people have been waiting for. It was brought in by Kevin Owens to try to run CM Punk out of WWE. They had a tag team match at WrestleMania, but for the first time since Brawl Out at Money in the Bank, it will be CM Punk versus Jack Perry. That is going to do it for SmackDown. Make sure you guys join us. Patreon.com/TVSports27 for ECW One Night Stand. Every match. Extreme Rules. Open Fight Night. Who will show up? Who will call out? What surprises will we see? And who will be the ECW champion? Let's get ready. Patreon.com. TV Sports 27 for ECW One Night Stand.